The interesting thing about power is not whether it's used for good or evil. Nor is it that even the greatest power can be lost in an instant. It's what we choose to do when identities crumble. The line between hero and villain blurs, and extinction draws near. Enter a crisis where sworn enemies will be forced to unite. The fate of the universe is in your hands.
Powerless. The Gotham explosion took your abilities and left our planet defenseless. But I have a plan. According to my informers, 3 of these gems can restore your superpowers. Collecting these artifacts is our only way to defeat Trigon and his army. And to do that, we will need some help. The plan is simple. We need to infiltrate the bunker where the last red gem is located without being noticed. But we need to make sure you can bypass the security system so you can get in without triggering the alarms. Joker, you need to do whatever it takes to protect Superman and make sure he can acquire the last gem. You need to trust me. This will work. I know what you're thinking. Can we trust each other? Heroes, villains, none of that matters now. We are Earth's last stand. Are you ready to fight?
Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. You would think that a game called Heroes and Villains would be perfect for this channel, as sadly I cannot play this game. It is a mobile game. I don't really play mobile games, but even if I wanted to, I cannot seem to be able to install the game on my phone. It basically tells me that I don't have a device that can actually play the game. It's sad, but what can you do? And I'm always surprised why they don't make those games so that you can actually play them on PC. I find that a bit silly that those mobile games are only made for phones. If they made those games available on a PC, they would have a much bigger audience, I would think. So it seems to me that they're leaving a lot of money on the table by not making those games available on PC. But what do I know? So what can I tell you about this game? Basically, it seems to be a Candy Crush type of game where you have to line up some sort of colorful jewels. And unlike Candy Crush, though, here you have to assemble a team of heroes and evil villains, and you will have to fight the hordes of other evil villains, a horde of bad guys, in order to save the world, or something like that. So basically, when you line up the various jewels, the various colorful jewels, it will allow your heroes to make some sort of attacks on the evil villains, and hopefully defeat them. Now, full disclosure, I don't really play mobile games, especially these days. Like way back when, I would play certain games. Actually, the Sudoku count is a mobile game. That's probably the thing I would play on my phone. And when I would wait for the bus or something like that, I would actually play Sudoku as opposed to playing games like Candy Crush. I did play Candy Crush for a short bit. It was a fun distraction while you wait for the bus. Although I don't take the bus so much anymore. I discovered at some point that it's much better to find an apartment that is right next to your workplace, or even better yet, to work straight from home. So taking the bus, not something that I do a lot. So playing mobile games on my phone, not really something I do. If I have to play games, I'll play on the PlayStation 5 or I'll play on PC, and the idea of playing games on my phone never really crosses my mind. Although I would be kinda tempted to give this a try if somehow I could actually play it. I kinda like the design of the characters. One of the things we see in games way too often is how the characters are way over designed. Here I kinda like how they kept them simple. Heck, I could even see an animated series done in that style. Maybe someone at Warner will see this game and have the same thoughts. We'll have to wait and see for that. From what I understand, it seems to be one of those gacha game where technically the game is free to play, but they will give you incentives to try to invest as much money as you can playing the game. Although whenever I tried any of those mobile games, I never did put a single quarter into those games. I never spent a single red cent playing those games. So to me, that's not really an issue. If you really enjoy the game and want to spend money on it, why not? But usually you can play those games without spending any money if you want to. Yeah, obviously you will not progress as quickly as someone who does spend money, and your characters probably won't be as powerful as someone who invests money. But if you do play the long game, usually you can actually upgrade your characters without spending any money. Although it's hard to tell for sure because, again, I simply cannot play this game somehow. So I'm pretty much basing my opinion on other games that I did play in the past. Like, if you just care about playing the game, odds are you're probably going to be able to do that without spending any money. Obviously, if you need to be the best of the best of the best, and if you need to level up faster than anyone else, then yeah, you may have to spend some cash. If you want to progress faster than anyone else, or if you want to have the most powerful heroes in the game. But I could see that if you really enjoy the game, yeah, you could spend some money to try to support the game, at least a little bit. If somehow at some point I do manage to get a device that it can actually run the game, I might try to make a video or two about it. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Oh, Evil Rocky is turning into Sir Sneeze-a-Lot. So I decided to make a video just to let you guys know that there is such a game out there. If some of you guys like those kind of games, and especially if you want to play those kind of games with DC heroes and villains, this will be the game for you. Also, I thought the cinematics were pretty cool, so I thought it was worth sharing just for that.